heard, the Pope is going to open 5 portal doors on Christmas Eve. It's going to be live streamed, and this has never been attempted before. These were sealed shut in 2016, but one of them is a prison door, and then one of them is like, I forget, like the devil's advocate. I don't know, it's freaking Jacob's ladder, whatever. And but what's going to happen then, right? And we have Willow, the Google computer chip that suddenly confirmed that there are parallel universes, which, by the way, I already knew that. Okay, we can all connect and raise our vibration, but we're talking about higher consciousness here. We're talking about not the 5th dimension, 6th, 7th, and I'm not talking about the band. But anyway, so I feel that these orbs, the plasmoids, are attracted to the change in energy that's happening on the Earth right now. And yeah, they're allegedly looking for nuclear warheads, and but the drones have within them protons and magnetic energy, and then I feel that's why the orbs are drawn and they're coming closer to Earth because they've already been there. And don't even get me started on CERN and all this other shit where they're doing all this research, and they definitely opened other portals, I think. So stay tuned. Oh, by the way, if you can't get me, go right to Bethany Frankel, because she is the Barbara Walters.
A little bit of everything here at the Utah State Fair and ABC4, don't we?
You know, the fair is all about agriculture.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about how farmers are growing the crops to make the food that we eat, right? Kate Gardner is learning how farmers are using drones to do all of this.
Modern day farming.
Yeah, Kate, show us, what's this about, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys know, but the first state fairs started popping up across the country more than 180 years ago. Now, since that time, farming techniques have definitely changed, and they continue to change here in Utah. And for some farmers, making sure that the ground they till to produce this beautiful veggies, fruits, whatever they grow, to make sure that that ground is as productive as possible, they're taking to the sky. A drone roars to life as it takes off over a potato field in Cache County.
This winter, Cody and I got together, partnered up, and created Airfield Ag.
As farmers, Brandon Hadley and Cody Wadsworth know how costly and time-consuming it can be to manually apply pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers to crops. Their solution? These drones.
You can cover 20 to 40 acres an hour.
They say the drones are also a better tool than a crop duster.
We don't have to dive in over power lines and tree lines to get in the edges of that field. We can stay right in the edge of the field and be more precise. So it does a better job, a little more quiet, a little more discreet, and gives them more option in places where they maybe couldn't have sprayed before.
The drones they use are about 10 feet wide, weigh more than 200 pounds, hold 10.5 gallons, and fly at about 21 miles an hour.
It's always a challenge, whether it's power lines and power poles, trees, waterways you have to work around. All those things make it fun and challenging every day. The new technology is fun and exciting, and it's only going to continue to grow and become better and more efficient. So we're just at the beginning of this, and I think we'll see some pretty cool things come down there.
Okay, so I can barely use my phone. I don't know how they're able to use those drones the way they do. Now, Airfield Ag, they service farms in Utah and Idaho, and so far this year they've treated 20,000 acres. It's pretty incredible. Reporting live from the State Fair, Kate Garner. Back to you guys.
Wow, look at that. That is how technology is being used to help farmers bring us the food that we eat and drink.
Yes. So it's so cool to be here at the fair because you see the food, you see the ride, so fun, but there's also so much clearly that goes into it, right?
Yeah, and there's so much history here. I mean, we were saying this fair dates back to 1856 when it was called the Deseret Fair.
Deseret Fair!
And can I just tell you some of the awards they were giving out back in 1856? Best boar. I don't think that used to, my wife has called me that. I think it's a different thing. Best lady straw hat. We're gonna have to get you one of those.
I'll work
I think.
on that.
Best map of Utah. Best collection of garden seeds. Best plaid flannel.
Oh, I can supply that.
You can win that one,
I can
right?
supply
That's
that.
you.
That's
Best
my
potatoes, best penmanship, and best 100-pound flour.
Okay.
A flour. Yeah, bag
They
of
did
flour.
things differently back then.
Things have changed. Now we're talking drone.
Do you think they had foot-long corn dogs back then? That's my question.
Probably 2 feet.
They're historic.
James, Can you explain the Large Hadron Collider at CERN in 55 seconds?
But of course. The Large Hadron Collider is an experiment inside a 27-kilometer circular tunnel on the border of France and Switzerland, about 100 meters underground. And in this tunnel, we use superconducting magnets colder than outer space to accelerate protons to almost the speed of light and smash them into each other millions of times a second, briefly recreating the conditions of the universe as they were just a fraction of a second after the Big Bang 13.8 billion years ago, because understanding what was happening back then will help us explain the universe we have now and could help answer some of the biggest open questions of science related to dark matter, the Higgs boson, the matter-antimatter asymmetry of the universe, and the relative weakness of gravity, among others. We're exploring the fundamental mysteries of the universe by better understanding the elementary building blocks of the universe and the way those building blocks interact.
I understand perfectly. Is that a Stargate?
The orbs, or the quote-unquote UFOs, could be plasmoids. Now, first off, in my second video, I talk about plasmoids, and people are confused. They think it might be an alien, or it might be just a normal occurrence in our physical environment. But in all reality, this has been researched and documented over time. So if you look at Princeton University's Plasma Innovation Center, this place is co-run by the Department of Energy. And the Department of Energy, if you guys don't know, was also in charge of part of the Manhattan Project, which was aka the atom bomb. And if you look at how many people worked on the atom bomb or the Manhattan Project before anyone knew, it was kept really secret. And these type of facilities are always experimenting with different things. Now, if you look at what they're actually dealing with, they're actually dealing with a technology that is able to create a plasmoid. And that technology is the following. In their website, they talk about high energy density plasma. Now, these conditions are found in nuclear explosions and in the core of giant planets that are among the most extreme states of matter created on Earth. So they are essentially recreating these scenarios, and these scenarios can actually create plasmoids. And plasmoids are almost alien because we know nothing about them. We've only seen them in pictures. They're very elusive. But the crazy part is that they show signs of intelligence. So people are really freaking out about them. And if this happened in New Jersey, then the government would dispatch drones to research them, because there are quite a few of them, and it's something that everybody's been wanting to learn about, and it could be part of technology, weapons, defense, energy, a lot of things. So this is a big deal. Now, somebody asked me, why are they all over the planet? Well, these type of plasmoids could occur in natural situations, in volcanoes or high energy outputs. Just these things are also starting to pop up more in numbers and more in occurrence. And that's the troubling part, is why we're starting to see them more and more.